a subdomain like on a MySpace or a YouTube, and that then they're going to try Internet to, claims their own documents, phase out individual URLs, or kind of have that be in the old Internet and not upgrade the hubs for that, but then basically push everybody into the new system that the New York Times said a month ago has less freedom but is, quote, safer.
I don't know about this, but I know a lot of people will fight it. For instance, the Free Software Foundation is not going to start posting its stuff through somebody else's server. We run our own servers. And I hope that other people will continue to do so.
So basically, the more we build the original, real, true web, so it's really a battle of architecture then, and then we choose, just like you would choose to buy organic food to then build that market so you have more choices, we choose to use the open licensed software and things?
Well, of course, I'm not in favor of making software open. I speak of free software because it's freedom respecting.
Sure.
There are other people who are, basically the people who like this software but they don't want to talk about freedom, they coined another term, which is, quote, open source, unquote, which is a way they can promote their views where they don't want to talk about that issue.
So it's all a semantical fight. Well, thank you for educating me. Explain it.
Back to the point that you raised, yes, we can choose by what we do whether to use these massive corporate, invite everybody to put their data into these mega servers, or we can choose otherwise. But we have to organize politically, too. We can't expect individual choice and market mechanisms to always protect our freedom. We have to organize to protect our freedom. We have to do it intentionally.
All right, stay there, sir. Amazing information. Can't wait to get into some other topics with you and talk about the organization as well.
Did you know that it's a documented fact 80% of all Americans and 85% of people around the world suffer from internal parasites and parasitic infection? You may be one of millions of people suffering from one of dozens of debilitating chronic diseases from these parasites, and your doctor would never know it. In fact, clinically detected parasites account for only 1% of all cases. Don't continue to suffer from pain due to misdiagnosis. Now you can fight internal parasites, heavy metal poisoning, and high cholesterol naturally and safely by mixing fossilized phytoplankton powder, also known as FPP, with your favorite beverage once a day. FPP is used around the world, has numerous uses, and is now available to you from Freshwater Organics. FPP strengthens skin, hair, and bones, lowers cholesterol, and is an excellent source of natural plant-based silica with 14 trace minerals. Order some today at freshwaterorganics.com. Again, that's freshwaterorganics.com, or call 888-949-3570.
Are you tired of losing your hard-earned savings in retirement? Does the continued loss of purchasing power through the hidden tax of inflation brought on by trillions of dollars in government bailouts bother you? Then please let me, Dwayne Daly with Midas Resources, help you to protect what you have left. Call me at 800-686-2237 extension 115, and I will explain to you how to retain your wealth and purchasing power now and in the future with gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a form of currency for 6,000 years compared to our present fiat currency, which has only been in existence for 38 years and failing fast. Call me, Dwayne Daly, at 800-686-2237 extension 115 to start your protection of wealth today. I will custom fit the protection package to your personal needs. No amount is too small, so start today. Call Dwayne Daly with Midas Resources at 800-686-2237 extension 115 for your gold and silver protection portfolio.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Hello, this is Steve Shank. Alex has told you have to get a supply of food, but Alex and I have decided that there are some of you that we really don't want to have food. If you're a politician who voted for the bailout, don't call eFoods Direct. If you agree with one guy screaming about global warming instead of 650 climatologists who know the earth is cooling, don't call eFoods Direct. If you think growing food for cars is better than feeding people, don't get food. If you think waiting for a cop to show up after a crime is better than defending yourself and preventing the crime, don't call eFoods Direct. If you believe the official report on 9/11, you won't need food. If you think the warnings on the Alex Jones Show are foolish, don't call eFoods Direct. For the rest of you, go to efoodsdirect.com or call 800-409-5633. You can't possibly know or control what government, corporate America, or others will do, but you can control what you do. Complete your supply now, efoodsdirect.com. 800-409-5633. 800-409-5633.
Richard Stallman's our guest, internet icon. Sir, is it better to just have folks go to gnu.org, the foundation there? Or what are some other sites folks can visit to read your writings and analysis and breakdowns?
GNU.org, GNU.org, is the website about the GNU system and the free software movement. The Free Software Foundation has a website, FSF.org, and there you can find things like resource information, lists of useful free programs, lists of hardware devices that don't require any non-free programs, people who provide support as a business for free software, and other useful things. And you can also join the Free Software Foundation, which is the main way that we pay our staff. Now, I'm a volunteer, but the staff get paid.
Sure, folks should definitely join that, because we probably wouldn't have as much freedom as we have now if it wasn't for you guys. Again, I'm no IT guy. I can barely send an email. But just because I do lease a lot of servers and CDNs and own some, I know some about it. And always talking to IT people, they talk about how the free software that you're discussing, and they semantically call it open source to try to, take away the branding and semantically control it, is a lot harder to break into, a lot harder for people to control. It works a lot better because Microsoft and everybody else, they want everything set up so they can backdoor it, they can control it. That also leaves the doors open to other bad guys, doesn't it?
Well, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But because I won't claim that every non-free program is badly written. Those people are not all stupid. Some of them are very capable. It's just that they don't respect your freedom. So it's true, however, quite often they have very bad security even against third parties. For instance, with cell phones, there are viruses that can get into cell phones. So they can then invoke the cell phone's ability to turn on as a listening device without ringing, without showing any sign that it's making a call. It's still listening to the sound that comes in to the microphone, like whatever conversation you're having with people, and sending that to whoever. But you may be safer if you use a cell phone that's all free software. And there are some. There is the Open Moco phone. I don't know how well that's working yet. And I think if you get the professional version of the Google phone, then that's really free software. Although I'm not sure all of it is free software.
Amazing. Long segment coming up. This one's short, but another question. And again, all these IT people and hackers send me this stuff, and it's mainline Pentagon reports and Air Force Cyber Command San Antonio, and it's the general commanding their forces to attack our own internet, to test its strengths and weaknesses. And then I've seen hackers have told me, and I've seen some blurbs about how it's really the government hacking the hospitals and hacking power plants to then have a pretext to bring in more of their own control. Are you familiar with governments false flagging or staging attacks on their own systems as a pretext to get more funding and control?
Well, I don't know about any instances of that on the internet. That's not what I specialize in. So I haven't read news about a thing like that I recall. But it wouldn't surprise me that much. I mean, if you could have the Gulf of Tonkin incident, and you could have the supposed weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, then I guess why wouldn't they lie about who is